Well, P. Diddy, he did it. P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs. No bond. No, sir. No bond. P. Diddy is in New York. I guess very, very, very high profile protection, maybe. Well, money can buy him that. But his money and status did not let him walk out. So it finally seems like a judge that listened. He pled not guilty, yet there was even a tape of him running out in the from the shower, or at least in a towel in the hall, knocking the girl down, doing all kinds of things to her. That was just a glimpse. There was a lawsuit and more lawsuits after lawsuits after lawsuits, raids. I don't know. He left at one point. We kind of knew, but we kind of did put him on the back burner. Then boom, 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 they arrested him because they indicted him. And then the indictment, became unsealed. Even a day early, from my understanding. Is it any surprise that this man created a criminal enterprise, basically? Well, according to FBI, a criminal enterprise is a structured organization engaging in acts of criminal conspiracy and or criminal activity. Among the common criminal enterprises are drug trafficking organizations, street gangs, and organized crime syndicates. Right? But P. Diddy was all this and more. Actually, more and more and more. Y'all, they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Don't even talk to me about that. He's a freaking weirdo. I don't think you can make a movie and explain it to me. I don't even want to know about all the baby oil. Come on now. Freaking sick freak. I could be wrong, but they say he's worth over $4 million. $400 million. I apologize. $400 million. Y'all, but this is huge. They didn't even give him a conditional release bail and take his passport or freeze his assets or anything. They just said no. No bail. But his attorney said they will appeal this and they will fight until there is no more money or fight left. That's a lot of fight and a lot of money, y'all. See, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, always got away with all these things all of these years. And the reason being is because he would do witness intimidation. And everyone was scared of him. It took one person, y'all, one person to stand up and not allow him to intimidate them. Period. They said, live or die, they were going to fight to live. Did you hear me? They said, live or die, they were going to fight to live. They were taking back control. He definitely is headed to prison for a long, long time. He headed to jail to wait for trial Tuesday. in a federal sex trafficking case that accuses him of presiding over what they say is an empire of sexual crimes protected by blackmail and shocking acts of violence. Shocking, I said. Other charges are racketeering, conspiracy to sex trafficking. The indictment against him lists allegations of things that go way back to 2008. He's accused of having victims both male and female. He drugged them. He made them sex workers. Again, racketeering. No bond comes because they said he poses an ongoing and significant danger to the community. Well, I'd say so. He has repeatedly engaged in obstructive conduct. You think? And he presents a serious risk flight. While his lawyers asked that he be released on bond, because, see, his people say he's been looking forward to this day. Not only has he been looking forward to this day, but he's been looking forward to clearing his name. And he's only going to clear his name, they say. Listen, if he's been so looking forward to clearing his name for so long, and he knew this was coming, he wouldn't have been doing this crap, would he? So he must have been doing something wrong, not right. Anyway, in the unsealed indictments Tuesday morning, after the hip-hop mogul was taken into custody by federal authorities in New York the night before, multiple law enforcement sources in the news connection with an ongoing investigation by Homeland Security Investigations said. In the indictment, prosecutors allege that this has been going on since 2008. Combs has been part of a criminal investigation that engaged in or attempted to engage in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping. Well, we pretty much seen that on the video. Arson, bribery, obstruction of justice, and other offenses. The DA in this case said there are multiple victims in this case. Not just one, but multiple. But he didn't provide a specific number, and he urged others to come forward to authorities. Hey, I encourage you to go forward. Not that this man's going to see the light of day again. But if you are one, you need to speak up, because now it's your time. It's your time to protect yourself and others. And show others they can be brave too. Don't let him walk free. Not that he's going to. I don't even think he will with a plea deal. But don't take that chance. He has multiple victims in this case, but they didn't, again, provide a specific number. And they urged others to come forward to authorities. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 to now, Combs abused, threatened, coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. This is what reporters said Tuesday. And this was alleged in the indictment. People were told to carry out this stuff for him. There was people that participated in a racketeering conspiracy. Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy and that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity. Now look, he'll face many, many years, if not life in prison. This is something I doubt his money will buy him out of. You know, money is not everything. I promise y'all that. I promise y'all that. But in most cases, these cases don't always go to trial. There's sometimes, most of the time, there's always a plea bargain. And there's some type of deal. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some kind of plea deal here. But what has he got to plea? What has he got to deal? What is he going to deal? They'll probably find some kind of way to meet in the middle. These inquiring minds of ours want to know. I'm sure we'll find out soon. What about a plea deal? Even with the plea deal, I think he's going to face prison time. But also, this is why more people need to come forward. If they know something, they need to say something, especially if it's about them. Don't let this man have no more slack, no more control. But what does he have to plead? Or should I say, who does he have to plead bargain? Is it a whole lot of who's? And should these who's be very, very scared right now? He would have women flown to him, I hear. There was violence. Again, there's him in that video. That's just a little teeny crumb. Not to minimize that and what happened, but that's just what we were able to see. Because he was so brazen to go out in that hallway in his little towel and do what he did as a little bitty man that thought he had all that money and he could pay off somebody to keep that hidden for him. Shame on them people for taking that bribe. Just saying. Dragging Cassie. Cassie will be the main witness, I'm sure. Combs attempted to bribe a hotel security staff member who did intervene in the incident, but he was bribed, or he or she was bribed, and to keep quiet. To me, that person needs, at the very, very, very least, to be outed who they are. This is just me and my personal opinion. That person needs to be, at the very least, outed, blasted all over the internet. Shame on them, shame on them, shame on them, shame on them. Maybe it'll come out sooner or later, I don't know. But that's my opinion, at the very least. And they need to lose their job if they haven't already, for turning a blind eye and to the abuse and that behavior and accepting a bribe on top of it. What the hell? Well, I want to know what kind of bribe they got. What was worth it? How much was it worth? Did they get a new car? Did they get their houses, their finances paid? Did they get a lump sum of money? What was the deal? For God's sakes, what kind of price is this kind of stuff going for? There is nothing worth it, people. My God. You're just sick. And on top of losing their job and having their face splattered, they need some kind of punishment. That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Look, he has like 7 kids. I know one of his sons was with him out the night before. I hear I hear his twins, a set of his twins. I don't know all about his family life. Kids shouldn't be brought into this. I'm sure they range from, I don't even know what their ages are, to be honest with you. But he's destroyed their lives. That's number one. Number two, I'm just wondering, the reason I brought that up, I'm just wondering, were these kids, how did they come to be? That's all I'm saying, if you get my drift. But I feel for them. He's what? He's 54 years old. Man, some people can't be rehabilitated, and he, I believe, definitely is one of them. Again, I don't think he'll see the light of day. He's 54 years old with all of these federal charges. Really? Even with the plea bargain? If he does, I will be shocked. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times, and I don't care to admit it. This is my opinion. My opinion only. We can all have our opinions. But some feel he had to do with Pac 2. I don't know. You know? But you can only get away with stuff for so long. No matter how much money you got. No matter what you do. All this is sick. I say good for whoever stood up and brought him down, whether it was Cassie, whether it was a lot of stuff altogether. I don't know. I don't care. Don't let anybody ever shut you up. Don't let anybody ever silence you. Even if you feel like you're getting nowhere. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more talk and a lot more to come on this case. Oh, I didn't say by me. I just wanted to put this out. I don't really care to keep reporting on it. It's not something I really want to do. I just wanted to speak on the news, because it is news. It's not something I want to really talk about, to be honest. I'm not chasing the dollar. I don't care about any of it. Just don't let anybody silence y'all. Ever. Ever. And no matter who they are, it doesn't matter if they're big or small or in between. Remember, you're important. Your life is important. And don't ever forget it. P. Diddy did it this time. That's for sure. And male or female, these people matter. They're human. See you on the next round.